gonna make this video. I'm gonna respond to all the stupid negative reaction to this Reebok deal for Master P and Baron Davis. Okay, I gotta chime in on this because this is really bad. I don't like the responses that been going on. Now you see Master P and Baron Davis. Okay, now they want to make a bid in for Reebok, which was bought by Adidas for the purpose of controlling their competition, and he sees value in the brand, so he wants to make a bid for it. And which is just one little company, and just black folks just losing their damn mind. It's just terrible. Before I go into it, I'm gonna bring in some other brothers who we look back, turn our back on. Here we have Starberry and his brand. He had the low price shoes. We made fun of it, turned our back on him. Okay, his brand's not really. Probably I don't know if he's even around anymore. I guess people don't really care because the price was too low. We'd rather buy expensive shoes. And we have here Ronnie Jeter, the founder of Ball. Most of us that probably don't even know he has a shoe company. He went to China, saw how they manufacture stuff, and he got inspired to do his own brand. And he did that, and it didn't last because we didn't support it. This is the logo from the Ballin brand. Okay. Now, next brother we have Nagast Shoe Company. Now, he took other shoes and put his brand on it. And we laughed and made fun of that one too. Even though he made a way, to start something. But, we turned that back on him too. And now, I don't know if he's struggling or not, but I heard he's doing good. And now we got Kobe Bryant, who wasn't happy with Nike, wanted to separate and do his own brand. Now, he died looking nefarious. I don't think it was like what we think it is. But he even had a sample that he had because he was going to do his own thing. I wonder if we had supported it too, if he'd have done that. Maybe, I don't know. But he got them expensive $175 Nike shoes. So he wanted to do his own thing. He's not with us. Now, this dude here, Kareem Johnson, listen to what he says. I'm going to make my...
So, I see the chat room, and I want to go to some of the questions to the people in the chat room. Well, first of all, people are saying, you hating, why? Come on, you can't be hating on Master P, which I knew that was going to happen. Then there's people who say, yeah. Then there's going to be people who saying, well, if they own the company, then it's going to be black owned now, and that's going to create jobs for black people. What's your response to that?
I'm saying if it's a company that's already struggling, what jobs are you creating? We talking about sneakers. Let's not create jobs. Let's create careers. Let's establish our own industries. You understand? If we moving forward, I want to know in this year that just passed, with us dealing with financial hardships, with us dealing with this pandemic and coronaviruses, how many people that was laying in them hospital beds needed a pair of sneakers? I'm just as a question. Or if you're going to invest that much money and you want to do some good, right, for our people, why not invest in ventilators? Make some ventilators. Why not invest in the medical supply field? Why sneakers? We've been there before, and P been there before. Yes. Didn't he have that ugly little sneaker that he sold? And what happened to that?
Yeah.
I'm not, it's not a matter of hate. It's a matter of being grown, right? Everybody's favorite movie had that line, right? Right? Where the sneakers fall in that? I'm just trying, where the sneakers fall into that? Is that bullets or is that butter? You understand? So it's not a matter of hate. It's just a question. Can you do better? Can we be better than sneakers and cars and jewelry and liquor? Can we be better with large amounts of money?
And chicken. Don't forget chicken too. We invest in chicken. Yeah.
Now, I'm not familiar with this guy, Kareem Johnson, but I'm sure he's not doing exactly what he's talking about. He want to talk about we should corner the market and this and that and the other. Negro, if we could have done this years ago, this is 2021. You talking about we should do it now? No, we can't. We can't do it now. Okay, we are we are prisoners of war. We are captivity. We are in captivity. If the white man wanted to had us, we would have had it by now. He just wanted by one company, and Negroes just lose their mind. You are hating. That's exactly what you are a hater. Because we spend money on all kind of stuff. We're not talking about just basketball shoes or just sneakers and whatnot. It's apparel. It's anything you can manufacture. You can spin off another business off of that because the brand still has cachet to it. And you can get it and rebuild it up. Do you think all these other apparel brands didn't have their bad moments? They had lots of bad moments. Nike almost went out of business when they signed Jordan up. Okay, Adidas had their low moments. Reebok was huge, and it went down. All brands do that, and they buy them, they build back up. The white man does it all the time, but we want to do one, and you gotta criticize the hell out of it. This is exactly how we think. We don't think beyond that. We don't think beyond what we see. It's much bigger than that. Once you get a brand, okay, we can't sell just the alpha. We gotta sell to everybody. Don't you understand that? You talking about you ain't hating me. You're a hypocrite. You ain't hating. You know what have you done? What exactly have you done? I look up his stuff on Facebook, man. I don't see a whole lot from this brother. So what you need to do, Johnson, keep your damn mouth shut and find someone that actually know. And Doggy Diamond, you're a dummy Diamond. You're just as bad as he is. Okay? Both of y'all need to keep your damn mouth shut because you're not saying anything. You're not positive. You don't understand how the business works. And not just you. I'm gonna get on these other people too. Okay? I'm gonna get look at these dumb, ignorant comment in the comment section. The peanut gallery. Oh, everything you brought to the table was definitely ugly. Master P started from nothing, and he's made millions right now. What are you doing? It's ugly. You worried about looking pretty. Your brothers are worried about looking pretty. You can make any product shoe you want. Okay, it's a man-made product. Reebok is shit. No, it's not. You just ain't buying it. Iverson, he can build a brand up. A lot of people have built brands up, from selling out the trunk of their cars before the internet. And all of a sudden now, you got an issue with it. I come up with all these dumb comment sections, man. You people are terrible. You know that? People make me sick. Oh, I'm not feeling this, man. You're not feeling nothing. See, young black folks, they won't support. They're not taught to support their own. I was taught to support that. I was taught to support our own. Let's do our thing. We don't like the heavy lifting. Let me show. These are the things that we like to do. Okay? We want to show off our shoe collection. Do we make any other shoes? We fight and kill one night and line up for days over this stuff. We don't even make anything. That's the kind of ignorant people that we are. Look at this, brother. Is any of these shoes made by us? Not one. Not one of these shoes have been made by us. And look at this person smiling. Yeah, smiling over some Chinese-made shoes. You understand this stuff? Let me tell you about the next. But let me tell you about this attorney, right? This brother. I read this book. Attorney Reginald Lewis created $1 billion empire. You know how he did it? He bought businesses that was already existing. He bought McCall Pattern. He bought Beatrice Foods, a food company. You understand that? You too, Tone Talks. I'm going to jump on you too, because Master P is in the food business. Okay, he bought different businesses and put them together. So why do you got a problem when we do this? I don't understand this person. I don't understand the attitude. We don't want to do the heavy lifting. Okay, Reggie's not alive right now, but I want to put that out there. And I want to talk about this brother here, Ernst Matt Zilliger. Okay, he invented an automatic lasting machine. You know what a last is? Is basically a mannequin foot. When you sew a pattern together, the upper is just a flat piece. You sew all the pieces together. You wrap it around the last, and you sew the bottom, which is called the Strobel board. I had taken a course on products and shoes. So this is how I know this. Now, see, the white one, well, this is 1883. Less than 20 years out of slavery, and he did this stuff. What the hell are we doing now? Now, you read about white folks come out with a machine and study how they do. From that point on, that would have been a whole business right there. That would have been a manufacturing powerhouse. If you invent a machine. Like a lot of stuff, we invent stuff and we lose it. And we other people, other nations, when they come up with something, they figure a way to keep it, master it, and gatekeep other people out there. We don't do that. We come up with something, and other people get the idea, and we don't profit from it. I'm going to tell you why near the end of this video. Why? You understand? This is the last. This is where everything, the form of the shoe comes together. They're a little bit different manufacturing techniques, but that's basically what it looks like. And this is where Reebok is now. Not too far from where mine right now. This is the Boston headquarters. This is where they moved to. This is where New Balance moved to. They moved to Boston one night. Expensive. I don't understand why, but they did. It is much smaller than what they had here, which is about 25 minutes away out of Boston. This is the campus. The place was so huge, it's like an airport from the highway. Not too far from me anyway. That's what Reebok. Okay, that's when they made money. They would get big, but they had to move out of there because they shrunk down, and then it was bought out by Adidas. Okay, to control the competition. There was no reason to buy it. They don't need it, and you know, there's nothing wrong with us buying it. So we can put our own thing together. You understand? And this next one, we talk about Michael Jordan and whatnot. Let's get to Michael Jordan. Okay, when they signed him, he never wore Nikes. Never. Back then, in the early 80s, black folks never wore the Nikes. I know because I'm old enough. Now they signed him, and they gave him, because they were about to go under too. And they gave him on him, and this is what they got. They got up because we helped them. So we sell their stuff, but why is there something wrong with us selling our stuff ourselves? And this last point right here, I'm going to talk about, this is the reason why we can't do anything. We're on the subject because, therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. That is us. We are destroyed. You understand? We are completely destroyed. We don't do anything for ourselves. We built America, but you being a slave, you can't benefit. You are a slave because you work for someone else's benefit, and that's because we turned our back on God. And that's why all the way to we are still talking about trying to corner all these industries and whatnot. If the white man wanted to have you do that, it would have been done already. Anywhere where we have made progress. Oklahoma, they burned it down. Why? We were making too much progress. So now we got to start all over again. We created many millionaires right out of slavery, and now all of a sudden, now we want to have something, and we got to question it. I got to question black folks because we are too lazy to do the heavy lifting. We're talking about one company, and Negroes just lose their minds. I work with companies. I just started working with a group of people who buy and invest in companies. They buy and sell companies like people buy and sell real estate. It's no big deal. They buy companies that have potential to increase their value, and they sell them for a profit. Okay? So if they have no problem, why do we have a problem? You don't have to start from scratch. You think the company's not worth anything. It is worth something. They have outlets. All you have to do is have a turnaround plan for the company, and you don't have to even keep it. But we don't think that far ahead. Most of us don't. Okay? So I'm really pissed off that we have turned our backs on our people for something that we buy anyway. We barely have any manufacturing. So what in the hell are you going to talk about black folks need to get their own manufacturing plant up? Most of it. You know how much money that is to put that up first. Nobody else. You don't require that of anybody else but us. And how many black folks in this country know how to manufacture shoes? You got to train. That's extra money to train people. We got to start where we are right now and work up. If all hell breaks loose, then the hell with it. Let it all go. Because most of us aren't fit. 2/3 of us are going to go anyway. We're just lazy and comfortable. And won't do the damn work ourselves. So that's how I feel right now. I've heard it too many times. I have made shoes myself. I had it made in China. You think I'm going to find some manufacturer? The United States barely makes any manufacturing around here. Barely any. That includes New Balance, which is in Boston too. But they don't make most of the shoes here. But you people would rather follow all this shoe culture and whatnot, but you don't own anything. We don't own the sports leagues. We don't own the sports facilities. We don't own the sports apparel. Now we're trying to get. That's probably the easiest to get because the barrier to entry is the lowest there. We got all these clothing companies, but none of them big because we turn our back and we make all kind of excuses. One excuse after the other. That's what I had to. That's the point I had to make. You know. So either put up or shut up. I have a link in the description of my email address and the company I work with, Security Equity Group. I'll put my email there, and you're gonna find out to my email page. My page, where you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, that we buy and purchase businesses from $1 million to $10 million up, and they don't use all their money. There's all kind of techniques for doing this stuff. So please, in just asking how much Master P owns and whatnot, it's just simple-minded questions. There's so many different ways to buy businesses. You know, we're not buying someone's used car here. Come on now, folks.